A recurring theme in presentations to the Joint Initiative Working Party has been the need to blur the hard divide between early childhood and primary school, including the curriculums that operate in the respective environments. A number of presenters described how 5-year-olds can often struggle with the transition and how initiatives to collaborate across the sectors are ameliorating the problems, as teachers in both sectors learn about the other's curriculum and practice.
In our school we have a permanent unit for a staff member for Te Whariki. So that, I think, signifies to the school that the curriculum doesn't change at 5, and also it signals to our play centre and our 2 kindergartens that early childhood education continues when it gets to our school.
The new entrant classes that I've heard are adopting this kind of teaching style, are running basically a developmental program where children are free to move around the room, working in areas of their interest, and teachers are withdrawing small groups or individuals to teach to that child's level. It's less structured, there's not as much group and whole group work, it's more drawing on children's interests as we do in Te Whariki and teaching to that. 2 or 3 of the schools that we visited with the Working Party showed us their modern learning environments, and they have withdrawal spaces and then a big common area that is shared by maybe 3 teachers or 3 teaching spaces, and those are set up with the developmental things you might find in an early childhood setting. And some of the teachers told us that they deliberately visited early childhood settings to find out how to resource those common areas so that the children coming in the reception class would feel very at home and be able to find areas that they instantly recognised. So they had family corners, Play-Doh, puzzles, construction, water troughs, sandpits in courtyards, and they did feel very, very much like it could have been an early childhood centre. And of course, off that, the withdrawal spaces, the teaching spaces, had room for individual and small group work. I think are the same as in early childhood centres. Basically, it's best that you either team teach or have a co-worker who can be looking at the children as a whole, working in the developmental areas, while one person skillfully teaches to a small group or to individuals. I don't think it's that easy to have a developmental program running with only one teacher in the room. Some of it is mindset. If teachers have always worked the New Zealand curriculum and they're used to a certain teaching style, it is a little bit different, but mainly Year 0 and Year 1 teachers are very skilled at working with children who come in at the level they're at and moving them forward. So I think it's resourcing the classroom and the environment in a way that children can move freely to their areas of interest, and it is having staff resourcing.
In every case where the change is occurring, there's been strong collaboration between schools and early childhood practitioners.
We've got to see each other as professionals. I think there's more of a respect.
While primary teachers have learned much about the environments their new entrants have come from, the early childhood teachers have gained valuable insight into the implementation of the New Zealand curriculum, though they remain wary about some practices.
While we are interested and want to know about the New Zealand curriculum and want our children to have the skills and knowledge to easily transition into that, we don't really want to buy into, I would say this is pretty representative of early childhood teachers that I meet with, don't want to buy into national standards or any of the assessment kind of procedures that teachers are currently using.